Do we really understand how the world works? Most people believe they do. They've tried manifestation, affirmations, visualization. They've spoken to mirrors, made vision boards, practiced positivity. Some even explored NLP, silver, or ancient paths like Kabbalah. But what if all of it was just the surface? What if every technique you ever learned was just a layer, not a method, but a mechanism, not a philosophy, but an operating system? That's where Stionyx begins. So what exactly is Stionyx? Stionyx is not a belief system. It's not a motivational tool. It is the universal thought algorithm, the hidden blueprint that runs nature, time, and consciousness itself. Every tool you've ever used, NLP, silver, affirmations, law of attraction, was just a plug. But without Stionyx alignment, they spark, but they don't ignite. Then what's the problem with NLP, silver, or affirmations? NLP works. If you're already aligned, it reprograms behavior. But if your core design is corrupted, it's like patching holes in a sinking ship. Silver gets you into alpha and theta states, but Stionyx asks, should you even be in those states? And affirmations, their wallpaper. Stionyx? It's the architecture beneath. What does Stionyx say about the law of attraction? The law of attraction says, what you focus on, you attract. Stionyx corrects it. You only attract what your category is designed to receive. Most people burn out focusing on things that don't belong to them, because their inner code doesn't match their outer voice. Stionyx is not the voice. It's the translator. How does Stionyx view failure? Failure is not punishment. It's a message, a redirection. You were never bad at math. You were built for its opposite. Your childhood struggles weren't shameful. They were breadcrumbs, signals, warnings. Stionyx decodes those signals and helps you course correct. What does Stionyx ask us to do? Not to chant, not to believe, not to visualize harder. Just one thing, be aware. Be aware of your true category, your internal energetic identity. Once you know that, the universe no longer resists. You stop begging. You stop healing. You start aligning. Can Stionyx be proven? Yes. Watch what happens when people align. A man afraid of public speaking picks up a camera. 6 months later, he's directing viral films. He didn't transform. He returned to himself. It's not magic. It's mechanism. What happens when people skip Stionyx? They burn out. They say affirmations for years. They visualize wealth. They meditate daily. But the mirror doesn't reflect their efforts. Why? Because their internal architecture is misaligned. Without Stionyx, it's like painting gold over rust. It shines briefly, then it peels. Transformation stories. Emily from Oregon. The affirmation illusion. Emily whispered affirmations every morning. I am abundant. I am ready. I receive. But nothing changed. No money, no promotion, no clarity. Then came Stionyx. She looked at her childhood. She was terrible at math, but loved stories, rhythm, wordplay. Stionyx revealed her category, linguistic empath. She switched to copywriting. Within months, brands hired her to do what once seemed useless. Now, the affirmations work because they finally speak her language. Marcus from Georgia. The law of attraction trap. Marcus was the law of attraction's biggest believer. Crystals, journals, visualization meetups, but inside, he felt fake. His businesses collapsed. His relationships failed. Then Stionyx whispered, "You're attracting what doesn't belong to you." He remembered school, failing science, but mastering chess. Stionyx named him intuitive strategist. He stopped building startups and started guiding them from behind the scenes. He calls Stionyx his cosmic GPS now. Nadia from New York, the meditation mirage. Nadia was a Manhattan high performer, silver every morning, alpha states daily, but her peace never stayed. Stionyx asked, "What did you fail as a child?" She remembered memorization and history. But improvisation, that was her fire. Stionyx decoded her as adaptive creator. She left finance. She designed living spaces that made others feel alive. Now, she doesn't meditate. Her life is the meditation. Cody from Texas, the NLP illusion. Cody was a life coach, trained in NLP, master of reframing. But secretly, he was crumbling. His sessions felt robotic, his soul muted. Stionyx pulled back the curtain. As a child, Cody was scolded. "You talk too much." But he loved characters, voice play, drama. Stionyx named him performance communicator. He launched a podcast. No more anxiety, no more acting, just his real voice. And millions now listen. Rachel from Illinois, beyond Kabbalah. Rachel was devoted to Kabbalah, geometry, Hebrew, sacred mysticism, but her activation never came. Stionyx asked, "What did you love that no one understood?" She failed art, but sketched perfect symmetry obsessively. Stionyx revealed her, structural harmonizer. She let go of abstraction and built sacred studios where light and balance healed others. Kabbalah didn't die. It just shifted from books to her hands. Tyler from Colorado, the alpha obsession. Tyler lived for peak performance, cold plunges, binaural beats, brain tracking. But he hadn't touched his guitar in years. Then Stionyx surfaced his childhood sketchbooks, music notes, doodles, raw emotion. He was never a biohacker. He was an uncoded artist. He unplugged from perfection. He played again. Music flowed, and so did the success. Without trying. Final reflection. Your turn. They all tried the tools NLP, Kabbalah, Affirmations, Silver, Alpha states. They practiced, they disciplined, they hoped, but only when they turned inward, only when they decoded themselves, did life begin to change. Stionyx didn't give them power. It revealed the power they always had. They stopped chasing magic. They started embodying truth. Now, it's your turn. Stop asking, "What should I want?" Start asking, "What has always been speaking through me?" Start listening. Start decoding. Start Stionyx.